I've seen a few people make videos of their autumn curriculum, things that they want to learn. They're not going back to school. They are setting themselves a curriculum of things they want to learn, books they want to read. And I think it is such a brilliant idea. I've always loved learning, but I know for myself, a formal traditional education in a university or in an institution is not really set up for people that are neurodivergent, first of all. And then if you have a different way of learning or a different way of expressing things, it's not always the best option. Something that I have mentioned before and that I wanted to pursue, but I have been putting off because of, honestly, a little bit of fear. Fear of being perceived and fear of failing, is pursuing children's book illustrations. Last year I had a bit of a, let's do this, I can do this, and then it deflated completely. Over the past month I've been feeling so much better, and I saw a few people do this curriculum thing and I thought that is a really great way of setting myself a few books, a few months of actually learning. I like learning, but I like it when it's on my own terms. So this is perfect. So for my personal classes, I am going to test this with art. And there's a few different classes, books I am taking with me, and I want to share those with you. The first one's actually very popular. I have tried to do this, and I'm not sure it is set up very well for people with ADHD, but I want to give it a go and actually document the process just in case you're also neurodivergent, you have heard really good things about this book, but are either skeptical or just have failed like I have. This is The Artist's Way. This is incredibly famous. So many people praise this and has helped them overcome either art block or fear or just a great way of getting started. I have tried this twice, failed both times. This is my last time trying. So I'm adding to the curriculum as a way of one of those classes that you would choose in uni that you think this might be interesting, this might work out, but it also might be a terrible thing. So this is my we'll see what happens subject. So this is a 12-week program. Each week they give you a prompt, something that you have to do. There are artist dates that you're supposed to do every week, and I will be keeping a sketchbook for this or a notebook. Don't know which one's gonna be best, but yeah, I'm gonna give it one last chance. Last time. The second one is actually a book that I saw recommended on a podcast, and I thought, I really want to read this. This is more of a reading book, something that I'm interested in, and it is The Illustrator Guide: How to Create an Exceptional Freelance Illustration Career. If that's not what I want, I don't know what is. Like I said, I saw this on a podcast by Tom Froese, I think it was, which I really, really like Tom Froese. And I had never heard of James Hughes. That's a problem, maybe. I don't know many illustrators. I know illustrations, I know the styles, but I don't know the name of the people. So I'll do a little bit of research on him as well. But I think this might be a great resource, fairly small, so I think I can do this fast-ish. Although the goal is not to read it fast, is to absorb as much as I can. And then I have the drawing classes, more hands-on stuff. The first book that I got that I want to do, it is Create and Stylize Characters. This is by, it's called A3, right? 3D Total Publishing. They have tons of things, and I have some of the magazines that they do. I think it's every 3 months. I'm not sure if it's every month. Anyway, I have tons of those, and they're great. They're great for inspiration, but this actually breaks down some of the characters that they have published by different authors, different methods, color schemes. It is really great. Poses. So this is the first resource that I'm going to be using for this more hands-on drawing class for characters. The next one is one that I keep seeing recommended on videos about art and learning, and it is Color and Light. And again, this has a ton of great resources by great artists and how you can use pigments, colors, lines, light and shadows, everything. And yeah, this is fantastic. It has been recommended a million times, so I got it. The last one that I want to continue with, it's one that I got for school. Didn't really use much because my school, that's a whole different thing. I wasn't very happy with them, but this is the Animator's Survival Kit. I'm not using this for animation. If I end up making another curriculum in a couple of months when I'm finished with this, it will definitely be animation, which I love. But this is more because of how it teaches you the movements of characters. I think it's very, very important. And again, another thing that I have noticed in my illustrations is that they tend to be really stiff and have no movement and no flowiness and just, again, very, very stiff. So I think this might help a lot with that. Animation is movement. So that's it. This isn't very long, it's just a little bit of an introduction to my curriculum for this year and, well, I mean for the rest of the year, which is, there's not much left. Maybe I'll give myself until the end of January, but I am very thankful that I found all those people that were doing their curriculums and have inspired me to do this. And I will start to do updates. I think documenting the process for me is going to be important, and just in case someone else is curious about these things or my progress when it comes to illustration. And yeah, I feel like it's important to share the process, but also document it for myself. I have zero memory, so having things documented that I can look back on, I like it. I find it nice. I have no memories of my own, so this is kind of my external hard drive memory. Anyway, thank you for watching. That is it. I will see you on the next update.